In this video, I will show you how to get started with VoIP.ms. Whether you are a small, medium, or big business, we will see how to acquire a toll-free number, create a voicemail for you and your team, set sub-accounts and internal extensions for each of your users, create a calling queue for your incoming calls to hold until someone can answer and thus avoid missing any new leads. Then how to create a digital receptionist and a time condition to make your business look more professional. I will be going over the essential settings for each feature. However, you can look in the description box below for additional information. Let's get started. First, log into your VoIP.ms customer portal. If you have not added funds yet, head to the Finances menu and click Add Funds. You will have the option to add funds with a credit card or a PayPal account. Once done, you can now acquire the perfect toll-free number for your business by heading over to DID Numbers menu, then Order DIDs. If you already have your perfect number, you can transfer it to VoIP.ms. The porting of a number is a matter of a few days. For more information about number porting, check the link in the description box below. You will see the toll-free section where it contains pools of numbers for the United States and Canada. You have the possibility to order the vanity number of your choice. I will go ahead and select toll-free number for the United States. You will now see different toll-free numbers. Select the one that will fit your criteria, head down the page, and confirm your order. For the purpose of this video, I have already acquired a number. Now with the toll-free number in your account, you can proceed on the next step, which is the creation of voicemails for your users. In your VoIP.ms portal, head into DID Numbers menu and then click on Voicemail. Press on Create a new voicemail and fill the required information. Voicemail number is the identifier of your voicemail. I will set it to 101. Name helps you differentiate each voicemail accordingly. I will set it to John Voicemail. Password is to access your voicemail from your phone or from another provider if you do not have access to an internet connection or device. I will set it to 4321. The remaining options is if you wish to skip the password from your phone that will be configured with this voicemail. Receive voicemail messages via email and the language of the voicemail. I will leave both skip password prompt and voicemail language to its default value and enter John's email under notification email. You can further customize your voicemail by pressing View Advanced Mode. For more information, you can look into the description box for a blog article on VoIP.ms on creating a professional voicemail. But for now, you only need to save your voicemail. Also, to save some time, I have already created the other two voicemails. Next, onto the list, is the creation of the sub-accounts. Head into Sub-Account menu, Create Sub-Account. Fill the option Username by providing it a unique name. Your account number followed by underscore and the name you have set will be the unique identifier to register your sub-account. I will set it to John. Password field is mandatory and will be used to register your SIP device. It is highly recommended to be a long and complicated password containing lowercases, uppercases, and numbers. In device type, select the type of device you will use. In my case, I will leave it to its default value as my other user will be using a soft phone. Under Caller ID number, select Use one of my DIDs, and in the drop-down menu, select your toll-free number. At the bottom of the page, you have the ability to set an internal extension for each sub-account to be reached directly and to also link them to a voicemail. I will set this sub-account to have the internal extension 101 and set the voicemail to my previously created voicemail, John Voicemail. This will allow this sub-account to dial *97 to access that specific voicemail directly and allow callers to leave a voicemail directly to him. Now that the most important settings are set, you can proceed on saving your sub account. To save some time, the other sub accounts were already created. Now that you have your sub accounts created for each user, you can proceed on the creation of the calling queue. This is where callers will be waiting to be answered before reaching your sales team, for example. Head into DID numbers, calling queue. Proceed on creating a new calling queue. Choose your queue number as it will be an identifier to log in and out of the queue, a name to identify the queue, the option maximum wait time to the desired time you want your callers to wait before reaching a failover option, and finally configure the fallover timeout to head to voicemail. You can now proceed on saving your calling queue. For a more extensive guide on our calling queue feature, you can verify our video on creating a calling queue appearing in our description box. Now on to the creation of our next feature, which will be the face of your company, your digital receptionist. You will first need to upload your recording that will be greeting your customers. To do this, head into DID numbers and then recordings. Proceed on uploading your recording. Make sure it is a .wav file. I will proceed on adding my recording and upload it. Once done, you can start creating your IVR by heading into DID numbers, Digital Receptionist, IVR, and then click on Create a new IVR. Proceed on creating your new IVR and giving it a name. I will name mine Business IVR. Afterward, proceed on selecting your uploaded recording, and you will then need to set what you will want your customers to dial to reach specific destinations once within your menu. For the purpose of the video and to follow the chart, I will set the first option to 1, which will head to the sales calling queue. 101, which will go directly to John, and finally 102, which will head toward Robert. Proceed on saving your IVR. There is also a video with more details on creating an IVR here if you wish to go deeper with this feature in the description box below. Now on to creating our last feature, time conditions. This will allow you to control the flow of your calls depending on your business operation time. Head over to DID numbers and then time conditions. Once there, press on Create a new time condition. Note that the time being used is always Eastern Standard Time. You will first need to set a criteria to have calls heading to your IVR during business hours and otherwise to a voicemail. Set the time criteria between 9 o'clock a.m. and 5 o'clock p.m. and days to Monday to Friday. Once your criterion have been configured, set the destination if the condition matches to your IVR. Then proceed under the option if the time does not match your criteria to your voicemail. I will set it to sales voicemail. At this point, you just need to set your time conditions to your DID. To proceed, head into DID numbers and then Manage DIDs. Click the Action button to edit your DID number and under Main, select Time Conditions. Then proceed on selecting the proper time condition in the drop-down menu under Routing. I will select the newly created time condition here. Proceed on applying the changes and you are done. Note that you will then need to configure each sub-account into the device or soft phone you wish to use, and once complete, you will be able to receive calls accordingly. Here is how the final product looks like. Incoming calls will head to your toll-free number. It will then go into the time condition. If time matches, it will go to your IVR or to a voicemail if not. Once within the IVR, there will be 3 options to select, with each their own voicemail if they do not answer. And this is one of the multiple possibilities you can set up your account with VoIP.ms. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thanks,